Hello world, my name is Claire, also known as That Weird Fish. I am here with Sandy, my Fairyland Lucy Wind, and we're here to do a Tea and Dollies episode. Now what is Tea and Dollies? Tea and Dollies is a time for me to sit down with you guys to chat about my plans, about me, what's going on in my life, and my goals are for the upcoming week. The tea I'm drinking today is Mint Medley by Bigelow Tea in this awesome deer mug. This is one of my favorite mugs because of the clean design and just how cool it is. I'm gonna take a sip right now. Good stuff. It's a bit on the cool side because I've been trying to record this video for a while, but it's still good. Now, about me, I am a young artist, in my 20-somethings at the time of this recording, from sunny California in the Grand Ole USA. I collect bjds, I do knitting and sewing and crocheting. I also do fish keeping and other crafty stuff. Why I joined the BJD hobby? Well, I see BJDs like Sandy here as a way for me to express my creativity in a different kind of way. Usually I express it through traditional media such as painting or drawing, but I've found BJDs in a way for me to push myself and to try new ways of expressing myself through creating clothes, creating wigs, and doing face-ups. Hers is kind of minimal, but I'll show some pictures right here of other face-ups I've done. And yeah, I just find them really cool and a nice way to create and challenge myself. How many dolls do I have? I have 5 dolls of various sculpts. I'll insert some pictures here and there so you can see them. And one of the things I specialize with dolls is making doll sweaters, partly out of socks, like this one here, because I find them really fun and enjoyable. And also I knit doll sweaters. I'll link you the patterns down below, but here's one I made out of a wool yarn with a flop down hood. And here's one that I made out of variegated acrylic yarn, which is super cool, and I hope to make more of these out of the same yarn. And why doll sweaters? Well, when you knit, kind of sweaters are a big thing in the knitting community, and I want to jump in, but at the same time I don't feel comfortable knitting a full-size sweater for myself, so I thought I'd break the ice, jump in the waters. Oh, awkward video is awkward. Anyway, I just dipped my toes in through knitting for dolls, and I found that to be really enjoyable and kind of addicting. So I'm maybe selling some sweaters in the future, so keep an eye out for that, because I enjoy doing it so much. Like I said, I'm big into knitting. I have been for many years now, over 5 years, I think. I started knitting when I was in high school. My grandmother taught me how to knit, and I've been carrying on that tradition. One of the main things she knit was booties for nearly any baby that would come into our lives, be it through friends, church members, family. She would be knitting booties, and I hope to someday learn how to make those and continue on that tradition. I'm also stepping into learning how to sew. Like, I've sewn this doll sweater here, and I've also been experimenting with quilting, even though that takes a long time and it's kind of hard to get materials for. My other big hobby is fish keeping. I love keeping fish. I'll insert some videos of my fish here so you can kind of see the kind of fish I keep. I mostly keep betas, but I also keep Corydoras, I have some Tetras, and I have a Gourami and a Molly. I also have a horde of snails that came in on some plants, and I decided, you know what, these may be pest snails, but they're still kind of cool. Cool little organisms going around eating up algae and stuff, so I keep them in my tanks. May not look the best, but they sure keep that tank clean. Anyway, let's talk about Sandy here. As I mentioned, she's a Lucy Wind, Fairyland Lucy Wind recast. And now I know some of you probably turned off the minute I said recast, but let me explain my reasoning why I own a recast in the first place. Basically, I don't have the financial situation to afford a legit doll, so that's why I bought a recast doll. Now it's my hope in the future to own all legits, and to own completely legitimate dolls in my collection and no recasts. But until my financial situation changes, I'll be limited to cheaper dolls and recasts. Now, I'm not recast shaming, I'm not legit shaming, but at the end of the day, it's your life, it's your money, it's your choice. And I believe everybody should have the option for that choice. Be informed about it, know what you're getting into, and just make a choice, whether it be legit or recast. I'm neutral party in all this argument. Now we got through that murky water, let's talk about what I am currently working on. Well, I am currently working on yet another doll sweater. This is a sort of modified one from one I showed you earlier. It's modified because of this little ridge I have running across the front and the sides here. It started out as a mistake, but I decided to turn it into a design feature. I'm using hedgehog fibers, skinny singles yarn for this one in two colorways. One is Heyday, and the other I'm not sure what it's called. But anyway, that's what I'm working on. Knitting wise. Crochet wise, I have this big old blanket. I can't show you the entirety of it because it's huge. It's almost twin size. Almost big enough to fit a twin size bed. Anyway, and I've been using several balls of burnout pop from Yarnspirations in Paisley Pop and in pop art color. So if you want to crochet your own granny square blanket, go grab about 6 balls of those things and start going, because it's really fun and really addicting. Now what I'm planning for this channel, I plan to do weekly or bi-weekly videos depending on how my life is and how I can fit in recordings here and there. I hope to coincide that with my Instagram posts. I hope to post more frequently onto Instagram, like twice a week or something like that. And I also hope to finish this big old blanket within the next few weeks, and I'll show you guys it in its entirety if I can when it's done. Alright, thank you guys for hanging out with me and Sandy here, and I hope you have a wonderful day and keep on swimming. Bye!